Silat is more than a sport. It's part of Malaysia's cultural identity. But from a physiotherapy perspective, Silat creates injury patterns that I don't see in any other combat sport. The combination of high kicks, explosive stance transitions, and weapon forms puts unique demands on the body that most training programs don't prepare athletes for. I am Raj from Kinesio Rehab. Let me break down what Silat does to the body and why its athletes get hurt. Let's start with the kicks. Silat requires high kicks delivered from deep stances. Unlike taekwondo, where kicks come from a relatively upright position, Silat kicks often launch from a low squat or horse stance. This demands extreme hip flexibility and explosive hip power simultaneously. Without adequate hip mobility, the body compensates. The lower back arches excessively, the hamstrings overstretch, and the hip flexors become overloaded. The result is hip impingement, groin strains, and lower back pain. Then there are the stance transitions. Silat involves rapid movement between low stances, horse stance, cut stance, cross stance. These transitions load the knees with deep flexion under body weight, combined with rotational forces. The meniscus and cruciate ligaments are under constant stress. Players who lack adequate quadricep and hamstring strength to control these transitions are at high risk of knee injuries. The buah, the combat technique component, involves locks, sweeps, and takedowns that put acute stress on joints. Wrist locks strain the wrist ligaments, arm locks stress the elbow. Sweeps and throws risk ankle injuries for both the attacker and the receiver. And then there's the weapon forms. Keris, parang, and staff forms require high-speed shoulder movements with extended arms. This creates significant rotational force through the shoulder joint. Rotator cuff injuries and shoulder impingement are common in pesilat who train weapon forms extensively. What makes silat injuries different from other martial arts is the combination of all these elements in a single discipline. A Muay Thai fighter deals mainly with kicks and clinch work. A judo player deals mainly with throws and groundwork. A silat practitioner deals with everything: kicks, stances, locks, throws, and weapons. The body has to be prepared across a much wider range of demands. The biggest risk factor I see in silat athletes is inadequate conditioning between training sessions. Most pesilat practice their art but don't supplement with specific strengthening, mobility, or conditioning work. Hip flexibility, knee stability, shoulder strength, and core control should all be trained separately from silat practice. If you train silat and you're dealing with recurring hip pain, knee problems, or shoulder issues, these aren't just part of the sport. They're warning signs that your body needs additional preparation. WhatsApp 012-934-9471 or visit kinesiorehab.com.my. Let's keep you training the art you love. I'm Raj. Tomorrow, carpal tunnel syndrome. How physiotherapy avoids surgery in 70% of cases. See you then.